afternoon to you all. I'm Train Drucker and this is my group, and we will be convincing you on our business idea. The problem. You must be thinking, what's the problem? What problem could I have that I had to make up with a solution like this? So, first of all, did you know that the current situation of Bhutan is that we are not allowed to import any cars? The government has stopped the import of cars, and therefore a lot of people who were waiting for their new cars were sadly weeping in the edge and saying, what are we going to do? We can't drive to our places, the taxis are now expensive, the fuels have gone up. Everybody keeps on saying the same thing. But even when there was the import of cars, we all know that the import of cars were one of the biggest imports that we have. It was one of the main prominent reasons that the negative balance of Bhutan was, in fact, negative. Cars are very expensive, even second-hands. We all know how expensive a car is, and every man just dreams of a Range Rover now, don't they? This is why cars are expensive even when they're second-hands. The third problem that we identified is environmental damages. Cars bring a lot of environmental damages. Number one is the fact that they produce carbon dioxide. They, in general, pollute the air, pollute the environment. And then another problem we found is that whilst we import cars, we also need areas to park the cars for. So more cars is equals we need more parking spaces. We need parking spaces, that means we need to cut down the trees, we need to make area for the parking spaces. Brings a lot of environmental damages. And then parking in itself is very hard to find, even with the availability of parking spaces. Value proposition. So, what is our solution? What are we planning to give you guys? So, what we decided to do is that since we can rent out our houses, we can rent out our places, hotels. Why don't we rent out parking spaces? We all know that in the night, PT and all the institutions, they don't use their parking now, do they? But people around, they need parking, but we still aren't allowed to go inside PT and park, aren't we? So this is why not PT rent out their parking spaces in the night or whatever time that they're free? Why not we rent parking spaces? People can also use the cars as taxis. This one I'll explain to you later. Sorry for the error. Yes. And they can book a taxi. Sorry. Value proposition, I will explain. First of all, what we are planning is that we plan on having a three format platform. One is that where we can rent cars. Some people have 2 cars where they can rent one. Some people, they don't use their cars and they can rent that car. And there are some taxi drivers who have very dangerous looking cars, very malfunctioning cars. They can use those cars that people are renting out to them. They can use it as taxis. Another people is when people don't have cars, they can also take their cars. Especially when you're going out. Okay, imagine now this is Teju. It just happened a few days ago. You're going around searching for a parking, but my God, there's no parking area at all. But if you use our app, someone has a free space that they're willing to rent you the parking space, and then you schedule that. And the best part is, it's all done through one app. So the business model or prototype that we are willing to offer you is, first off, let me show you how you will find your parking spaces. Number one is that you will go through the app and then you will go for parking spaces where they will say, where you will choose whether you want to go for hourly or daily basis. So where do you want to park? It will show you your location. And if it's and then you select your time and date. If you're going to go for hourly, you place the time like 10 to 12. Or if you're going to go for a daily, you can choose the date and then choose a date and time and where you can find the parking. And it will immediately go to Google Maps or any sort of maps, and then it will automatically show you the parking spaces available next to you. And now, first of all, there are 2 versions of the app. The Trackers app and the normal normal regular version where you can catch a cab or you can catch your parking. So, sign up to drive. As you can see, you can get the gist that it is also a Uber concepted one where you can rent, you can ask for taxi drivers and where you can get a taxi or get a cab. And another one is you can get rental. You can rent out the car, you can rent out your parking spaces. And then over here you can either sign up to drive or sign up to ride. Over here you can request a ride, you can request or schedule it for later. You can and then you can have an option on what car you want to ride or what car do you want it to rent out and what car do you want to rent. At this point, we can have bikes, we can have automobiles, and we can have cars. There will be many of options, and then people who actually want to rent their cars can also sign up and then put their car for business. So the target market. We plan on targeting whole of Bhutan. We want everybody to be joining into this business idea where we can pitch in and then find what specific solution to this. So first of all, the target market would be general people who are driving cars, people who can't drive, people who don't own a car or they just want a passive income. Like if you rent out your parking spaces or if you rent out your car, if you're not using a car of course, that means you are getting passive income. Whilst your car is being used or whilst your parking space is being used, you are earning passive income.
And it's very difficult to find a parking. I just want to ask you, what are your rates like? How much are you going to charge?
For parking right now?
Yes.
For parking, we would expect on hourly basis or like daily basis. It would depend on what time how much you're going to occupy the space for. You're going to write in your time, you're going to put your time, and then we're going to calculate what is the expected, obviously, but cheaper for you, expected rate that is for that particular area.
So how much would it be in comparison to the parking fee collectors?
For parking fee collectors, it would be almost similar or like lower than theirs because we want you to have a better experience, a cheaper parking spot where you don't have to pay much. So we would usually go for a lower rate than the parking spaces from the public.
Okay, alright, thank you. I don't think I have much questions, but I think it's a really good presentation. Good job, team.
A few questions. Now, who is going to collect your parking fee?
Sorry, I haven't mentioned it, but it will all be done through app. You have an app like BOB and BAB, right?
Okay.
So while you are booking the car or while you're scheduling for the parking space or while you're scheduling for your car, you would already receive a rate or receive a fee. And they'll be like, pay now and then you'll be booked. It's like paying. You pay and then you book the parking space or the car rent, where you can either pay to BOB or BNB. We will be keeping the options open for you.
So, I saw similar type of this parking in Israel. What they do is, they take a car in front of that parking space there is an indicator and sensor. You just keep the car and at the end of the month, you just deliver a bill like electricity bill. And so you can do it that way. You can talk with the RST, the MHSS, you can put a sensor. The car they can put in front of the car normal plate, and also you have to put a sensor so that it will be detected.
Thank you for the lovely suggestion. Any more questions?
Lovely presentation. Recently, like the two tech companies, any proposal, like to look at the practical logistic and all that. So how practical we can be, even like we in nature like and also like from what I hear, like I get the feeling that generally business model is really so many. Like for example, if I have a space near my house, I register with you, and if there's like maybe 1-2 spaces, I register with you, okay, this is free. Or is it on a permanent basis or just any time of like now if I go for vacation for 2 in 1 month they 1 month they parking space 3 years and register the
You can do it like that also, and while you're going to work, your parking spaces will be free. You can register your parking space that is free from this to that time, and those people who are searching for parking spaces, and if they find your parking space convenient, they will set the time and they will see if the owner is convenient, if she doesn't come back to work or like she's in vacation. So they'll see the time and they will put the time according to the customer's needs.
Space management and business, I find it really feasible actually. Because sometimes and also like when there is a parent meeting in school, the school can rent the spaces nearby. And when these private ceremonies starts and things nearby, and if the school is empty, maybe school or even government premises should rent out with not only the parking space, even you can even later go into even like in halls and all that, So, like more of a space and even management, I think there's a good opportunity, but you really need to look down into details of convenience. Because such like, now office na choice up with it. Now in half day, if I have to come back, I don't have my parking. Someone has taken my parking. So I'm just know that like any flexibility, I think it should be optimized to some level. But it's too flexible, so there when you're management and so but that one you face later. So it's just for me. So I mean, technology business that are practical, you have to support, like you have to make a lot of scenarios, create and see that all things will be practical.
Say that you have a child and say that you have to be somewhere. Would you leave your child home alone? No. You would either get a babysitter or someone to look after. Similarly, we have a similar service. Paws and Claws Pet Sitting Service. Hello everyone, I am Tanin Zamuanchu, representing this business. I myself am a pet owner, and I am here in front of you all proposing this business idea while my pet cat is at home alone. I am a student who spends 8 hours at school while he is always left home alone. Pets can experience depression, similar to the kind we humans experience. But unlike us, pets don't have the ability to tell us when they are sad or depressed. It's more likely that animals will terminate their own lives when they feel sad or lonely. For example, highly bonded pets tend to change their behavior when they are neglected and when they lose a companion, to a point where they reject food and affection until they eventually die. But how does that affect us? It doesn't matter, or does it? Depression. Depression is a disease, and rabies has proven that animal diseases can also be transmitted to us humans. How? Let me narrate the story. I am an average student who spends 8 hours at school studying more than 5 subjects, each containing bulky textbooks which has to be covered within a year. That is mentally taxing. Now I get home and then I see my pet, not happy, not eating, and sad. How do you think that would affect my mentality? The environment shapes an individual, and this whole situation had just degraded my self-esteem badly. Not only that, but I was also greeted by a mess made by my cat when he was left home alone, unsupervised. Therefore, our business will take care of your pets when you are not around to supervise them. Services we will be providing is training. We'll train your pets to be well-behaved, grooming, which consists of bathing, nail clipping, and fur trimming. We will also take your pets for strolls if required, and we'll be feeding them on time. The target customers are pet owners, naturally. This is our revenue model. For our service, we are paid $250 per daytime hiring and $300 per nighttime hiring. Then our market and its size. We initially decided to start at Depsi because based on researches, people who reside on Depsi are usually pet owners, and if our business as our business expands, we plan to go to Chongje level and Zonghak level. But as our business expands, we require more people. Therefore, we will also be providing services such as training people to be professional groomers and trainers. Not only that, we also plan on adopting stray dogs and grooming them properly and eventually selling them to interested customers. Our marketing channel. The way we plan on promoting our business is through Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Recently, I had posted one of my flyers on Facebook on this service, and I have received some comments about it. Here's one. Having a pet is a beautiful experience, but grooming them is without a doubt the hardest part about it. Having a place to professionally groom this would be amazing and greatly helpful. This is our estimated financial projection. Our non-current asset will be almost about 350,000. Our working capital will be almost about 420,000. Our total projected cost will be almost about 780,000. Equity to 350,000. Loan to 430,000, and the total projected cost remains the same. Our competition is Chuki Gelsing's grooming service. Her grooming service is located in Karnal Pharmacy. She provides services such as bathing, nail clipping, ear cleaning, and trimming clothes. Her grooming service basically just revolves around grooming in general. Therefore, it gives us a competitive advantage. As she only provides grooming, but in our business we provide training, and we also pet sit. And the fact that we have a competitive advantage is because there aren't much competitors here in Bhutan. The team will consist of a founder or manager, groomer of 1 number, workers of 2 numbers, and trainers of 2 numbers. The challenges we face to run this business is the required materials are quite expensive. We lack professional labor in Bhutan, and injuries are quite inevitable during the course of business as we are dealing with animals. To conclude, pets in Bhutan do not receive proper care, and pet owners barely have free time for themselves. And pets are usually left home alone, which makes them a victim of depression. Therefore, we'll provide ample care when you're not there. We are sitters, not breeders.
And good morning. Today, our business is berry wine or gooseberry wine. Before I start, I would like to introduce my partners. Teshdenu, Somtenzin, Singchoren, Singselin, and Chili Gelson. And I myself is Amonchu, and we might go over there.
I would like to proceed with some problems and solutions which are associated with our product. First problem is there are more import of foreign wines which negatively impacts our Bhutanese economy. So when there are more import of foreign wines, we have to pay taxes. While paying taxes, we have to pay them back. So while paying taxes, we have to pay back money. While paying that, there is outflow of our Bhutanese currency, which negatively impact our Bhutanese economy. But if we produce the product within our country, we can not only generate the revenue for our country, but can also limit and control the cash flow of our cash flow. So next, effect of alcohol. Alcohol and wine in general are very injurious to our health, as we all know, which gives different type of problems like lung cancers and liver problems. So our product is quite unique and different as we contain minimum amount of alcohol which can be treated as medicine. Moving on. solutions. Our solution is to export our O-berry wine product to other countries. By exporting our product, we can facilitate international trade. By exporting our product, we can not only generate revenue, but can also create job opportunities for unemployment people. And we can also expand our market. And hence creating us less dependent on other countries. By exporting our products, we can not only generate revenue and contribute to our GDP, but can also create job opportunities for unemployment people. And health benefits. The health benefits of gooseberries are considered to have high vitamin C. As gooseberries have high vitamin C, it provides lots of health benefits like gooseberries are high in calories, low in calories but high in fibers, which help your body prevent from getting heart diseases, cancers. And it is scientifically proven that gooseberries are rich in antioxidants which help our body to fight against cancer and chronic diseases. And if you go with our product, specifically with our O-berry wine, it helps our skin to glow healthier, and it also strengthens your muscle and help reduce common flu and cold. And it won't affect the people having urine problem, as our product will be fermented. Moving on with the prototype. So this is our prototype, and as you can see, the bottle is quite attractive. And we are planning to make this type of bottle, and this includes 375 milliliters of our wine and O-berry wine, and contains 10% of alcohol in it. And the packaging includes logo. Behind that we have ingredients used to make the O-berry wine, and also where it has been manufactured, when it has been manufactured, and the details required in it.
Since gooseberries are seasonal fruit and it is available during summer between the month of May to September every year. So to make it available in winter also, we are going to set up greenhouse which produces heat that will help to grow plants. So in our country, Bhutan, gooseberries are grown across warm temperate and subtropical areas such as in Punakha, Gyeonggi, Shangang, Seram, etc. So we are going to extract our resources from some of these places, and also there is plenty of gooseberries grown across the world, such as in our neighboring country, India and China. We are also going to import gooseberries from them at a cheaper rate, since gooseberries are not used much or sold in the market that much. So we are going to make use of it by converting gooseberries into wine. And the special thing about our product is new in the country. So our competitors are Red Kiwi Wine and Zumzin of 375 milliliter, and Red Kiwi Wine contains 12.7% of alcohol, and whereas for Zumzin it contains 80% of alcohol. So competitive advantage basically means producing different products and of superior values to our customers. So our competitive advantage is more as compared to our rivals. So our first competitive advantage is beneficial for health, since gooseberries are considered as medicinal ingredients in Asian medicinal Asian traditional medicine, so it reduces the risk of disease in human body, which helps the people to live a longer life. So, secondly, it is cheaper and healthier as compared to others. Since gooseberries are grown across the world, so we will get our resources at a cheaper rate. So, it has an elaborate bottle design, since most of the people will get attracted by our bottle design. Since people nowadays are very much interested in showcasing wine bottles in their showcase. We are going to invest from 2.5 million in our current asset and 1.5 million in our working capital, and we get 4 million as our total project cost. And we have total equity of 2.1 million and debt as 1.9 million. So in total we get 4 million. There's some details over there, so sorry. Sales projection. This is our sales projection. For the first year, it is estimated after achieving 3.6 million of sales, and we are getting 2 million as our profit. And in the second year, we have it is 4.5 million after achieving sales, and we are getting 3 million as our profit and respectively.
Attention. The liberty to have a good life must include good goods. With a very good morning to everyone present here. I am Yamchen Dogma from 12 COMC, and I would like to present on our business idea. So to give a brief introduction or a concept of what our business is, it is a 24/7 self-service laundromat, and we provide services for those who do not have time. And here are some of the details of our business. And to add on, next to it, we have our own customized logo, which we'll be using for our business. Now, some of the problems that we have identified in Bhutan are hotels don't have sufficient time to properly clean their laundry. When I talk about hotels here, I mainly mean about the smaller hotels that are present in Bhutan, where they might not have enough employees or proper laundry service. The second problem is some people might not be able to afford to buy a good washing machine. Now, if they're not able to afford to buy a good washing machine, their only alternative is to wash their clothes manually, or in other words, with their hands. The third problem is increase in water pollution. When I talk about the water pollution, I mainly mean about the detergents that we individuals and services they use, as in they have chemicals which are harmful for the environment. However, we have looked at these problems as an opportunity for our business. So here are some of the solutions that we have come up with. The first solution is hotels and individuals can have access to our laundromat at any time of the day, because it is a 24/7 self-service laundromat, and this makes it very convenient for everyone. The second one is our prices are reasonable and cheap. Now, although to add on, there are no competitors with our business, as in they do not provide self-service laundry, but they do provide dry cleaning services, but it might be pricey for the low-income people or just for everyone in general, whereas in our service, the prices are quite reasonable and cheap. Thirdly, we provide our own eco-friendly detergent. This is not only to save the environment or help it, but it is also to encourage the Bhutanese people to use domestic-based products and to decrease in the number of imports of the detergents. Target customers, single individuals. We should encourage people to save their money instead of buying a really expensive washing machine just for one person that's present in their house. And second is, it is generally for everyone. It could be for students, teachers, office workers who do not have enough time, and hotels, as in smaller hotels that are present in Bhutan. Now I would like to show all of you our prototype. The first prototype that I'll be showing is our own 3D based prototype, which gives us an idea of how our service is going to look like. So this is our 3D based prototype, as you can see. So So on the right side, there is a lounge area for the customers if they decide to wait while their clothes are being washed in the machines. Next to it, that is where we store our laundry baskets, and the 3 washing machines that are present right there, they are for heavy based clothing, mostly for hotels or like heavy blankets. And there are some more washing machines for the normal based clothing, and the screen that is present right there, that is where we would display our prices for our service. And our service is not a coin-oriented based service, but it is a card system based service, which is similar to the city bus card service. And that is where we store up our irons or steamers for the customers to use. Now I would like to talk on our prototype, which is the detergent. So we have named our detergent Germinator. Now our Germinator, it is a eco-friendly detergent which is both effective and safe. The 97% of its products are from plants, and it has no chemical foaming substances such as sodium lauryl sulfate, and there are no artificial added colors, and it is animal testing free and vegan friendly as well. The main ingredients that are used for the prototype are buffalo berries, which are also called as soap berries, and coconuts. Some of the main benefits from them are they're very good for sensitive skin, they help with eczema and acne, and it is good and conditioning for the skin, and it is also antifungal. Now I would like to call up my friend Mandy to continue with the presentation.
Good morning, I am Tia, maintaining from 12 COMC. For our market validation, we have conducted a survey and came up with the result that 10% of the population, they said that they prefer using their hands while washing their clothes, whereas 20% of the population said that they wouldn't use our services on a regular basis, whereas the 70% of the population, they stated that our service is actually quite accessible and very convenient for them. Moving on, market and its size. We are aiming to cover 200,000 of the population within Thimphu, and soon after commencing our business, we will be covering 200,000 of the population outside of Thimphu towards the western region of Bhutan, and then only, hopefully, if it goes as we planned, we will be covering 400,000 of the population of Bhutan as a whole. Like the saying, aim, shoot for the moon, even if you miss, you land among the stars. Our attraction or milestone is, we will be first focusing on starting our business on 2022, and then only we'll introduce our service to other donghaks by 2023. For our revenue model, we will be charging Yuljam 50 per hour for clothes weighing below 5 kgs and Yuljam 100 per hour for those clothes weighing 5 kgs and above. For example, heavy blankets and carpets, etc. I'll be handing over the mic to my friend again.
Good morning to you all. I'm Yugo Tapke and I'll be continuing the presentation. This is our investment, and we have estimated our fixed assets to be around Neutrum 700,000 and our working capital to be around Neutrum 500,000, which shows our total project cost that comes up to a total of 1.1 million. So we have estimated our equity to be around Neutrum 500,000 and our loan to be around Neutrum 700,000 in order to cover up our total project cost. This is our sales projection, and our sales came up to an amount of Neutrum 800,000, from which we will get a profit of Neutrum 200,000 in the first year and keeps increasing by 50,000 every year. Currently, we don't have any competitors in the market, but some of the businesses which are related to our business are Hing Sasa and Mrs. Spotless Dry Cleaning and Laundry Services. The competitive advantage we have against them is, number one, it saves money. It saves money since we are offering our service at a very cheap and affordable rate, where each and every one of our customers will be able to save their money and their time. Number two, it avoids water pollution. our service basically protects the environment because we are producing an eco-friendly detergent which doesn't pollute the water as much as the other washing machines waste do. The third competitive advantage is that it is the first 24/7 laundry service in Bhutan. We do have many competitors, but all of them only offer dry cleaning services and are not open 24/7. So what makes our business unique is, one, our business is open 24/7, and two, our business is self-service, and lastly, our business is the first type of business open in Bhutan. Moving on to the next point, it is also a modern self-service washing machine because we won't be following the point system, but instead we will be approaching a more technologically advanced system, which is the card system. This is our management team, which consists of 6 co-owners, 2 employees, and 1 driver for delivery service. Some of the challenges we might face while starting our business is number 1, water problem. We will use water from the city when it's available, but when it isn't, we are planning to store our own water. Number 2, we might face difficulties while availing the machines, because at first we might face difficulties while purchasing the machines, but it will only be a burden for us when we commence the business. And lastly, electricity blackout. It is not very common in Thimphu as it is the capital city of Bhutan, but even if there is blackouts, the power rectifies within a few minutes. However, in the near future, if there are frequent blackouts, we are planning to invest in a generator which will support all the machines as in when required. You leave it, we clean it.
Thank you, wonderful presentation. So I have a few questions. Can you guess, your team, how many of these people in this hall doing hand washing? What is the percentage of? Can you guess?
Maybe around 50 to 55%.
I could see around 90% of them they are washing with their hands. There is issue of sustainability. So you have done a wonderful presentation, wonderful presentation. I really like it. You will have a very good demo pitching. So this what you have to do. So my only concern is whether you can.
Hello.
So my only worry about your team is the sustainability, because if you see in Bhutan, Bhutanese social culture is not that fast life. If you really see comparative to other countries, we have a lot of ample opportunities, a lot of times where people go and do a lot of karaoke, discotheque, a lot of time for no. Washing is, we take almost maybe 1 hour. So do you think there is a threat on your business?
Thank you for the question. I do agree with, as in for the office workers who are present in Thimphu, it must be very hectic, and I'm sure for all the teachers here as well who might have to stay back after school, it might take ample of time. And you did mention about how it takes 1 hour to just wash the clothes using hands. However, that 1 hour can be utilized really well when you can just like keep it in the service that we will be providing, and you can fully utilize your time.
Your threat could be, because in the market there are a lot of washing machines already there. Each house they are already having washing machine. No? So anyway, there could be less people, because many of our entrepreneurs, they started laundry and clothes. This market comes in the work. Because most of the people, they wash their own. They can buy laundry and they can wash. So it's easy for them. So unless if you can come down to the real customer, you have said around 200,000 the population, it will be very difficult. Because Buddhist population is scattered. All is scattered. If you focus on Thimphu Deosan, then you can sustain it. You can focus on Kunchini, then you can sustain it. You can focus on Gedigo, where the population is there. No. Outside of town, it will be very difficult to sustain. So you have to bring in reality. That's why you have to have the customer. Customer is a real problem, then it will be easy for projection value. You have to cover the whole thing, population. Population Bhutan has almost 5 lakh something, though we have to figure aside the next. How many people who wants to go for the laundry? Hardly, maybe 10,000 is more. So you focus more on the small customer, then increase. And that will be more market validation. Thank you. I'm Chirain. So maybe all the judges can contribute.
All right. So good job, team. Really feasible idea. It looks like you guys put in a lot of work into it also. However, what I feel is the name of your business is 24/7 self-service laundry, right? But there's another business inside your business, which is your detergent, right? And I do resonate with what Sir Ram mentioned, that we did have entrepreneurs who tried onto what you're saying about laundry, 24/7 laundry. Rather, if I were one of you, if I was in your team, what I would do is I would focus more on the detergent, because it looks like you all have some idea about it. So there were 2 things in your presentation. One was about the laundry, and then there was about a detergent which was pretty much left in the shadows. So there was that, one comment. And another question that I have, just one question I have is, you talked about your market validation. 2% or 9% would do hand washing, and the rest of them. I'm wondering, who are these people? Is it something that you just floated on your social media? Or who are these people that you spoke to, and what exactly did you ask them?
We posted an Instagram survey on each of our personal accounts, where most of our friends had chosen some of the answers, and we also asked our neighbors and our family friends, and based on the answers we got, we put the statistics in the presentation.
Okay. What were some of the questions that you asked them?
We asked them which person. Some of the questions we asked in our survey were, which if you prefer to wash your clothes with your hands or use a washing machine, or
okay, I think that just with that, what I feel is, so your statistics that you collected from your social media and what your business is doing is not tallying well. What I mean is, the question that you should ask them is, if there was a service like 24-hour laundry service here at Thimphu, would you avail it? Right? So then it's a yes or a no. So then it tallies well, and then you can come on the stage and tell us that, see, we're not the only ones like 2, 4, 5, 6. It's not the 6 of us. who are saying that we need 24 hours laundry service, is 6 of us plus this many people who has agreed that we need laundry service. So are you understanding what I'm saying? Your question and your the statistics that you collected, they do not tally you up. But I think it's a good job. There's been a lot of effort, and this is definitely a feasible idea. So good job, y'all.
Stellar presentation and team involvement, and the transition between the speakers is very smooth. And I really like the centralized services idea, because like it saves on resources and the cabinet level the resources, so overall economy is doing very good. And my comment is also on the your business name. 24/7 is okay, but self-service or the more. Like if you are thinking of people who are busy, these are people who are busy, okay, running a self-service, or within that you also give service, or is it totally self-service enough?
It's not totally self-service. We can provide service as well, as there will be an employee at the counter.
Okay.
So if the customer is busy and just wants to leave their clothes, they can leave it at the counter and pick it up later on.
Okay, so and also that will now coming to that will entail like even training people on laundry, like how to manage clothes, and so specific skills you have because they are different for like material like how to training and so like one comment is on that, and another is on your market. Market general. So have you thought of like institutes and schools like where there is a boarding facility? Because ansum na mom requirement. So ansum target because as even Ram sir has mentioned more, but many of us have already like washing machine so and I feel that district answer to the boarding institute and all that answer to the more and they want to miss it as so this is just something that some idea on how to like look for your market and also you have to do really like as Madam Kesang said also sample size because sometimes you are not having the right sample of people to whom you are asking the question, and also the kind of question now would you prefer washing by hand or by machines? It's not a matter of preference, but it's a matter of need. So be specific about the questions and also the population that you ask and the market sample that's